Hello.
Hey guys, what is up? Oh wait, I want to share it on my Facebook.
It's been a while since we've hopped on here.
It has been a minute.
It's like we've been recluse.
Oh, I can see it. Talk about it.
It's like we've been living under a rock for a while.
Tuesday. Guys, it is the first Tuesday
Of the year. Is that true?
Yep.
I think
it's
it
the
is.
first Tuesday of the year, yeah. The first Tuesday of 2022. Welcome back.
And it feels
Happy
good
to have ya. SK and Ren, your real estate friends, coming to you live on a Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. I wouldn't want to spend it any other way.
That's right.
So, SK, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about SMART goals.
SMART. And SMART is not just the word. SMART is actually an acronym for, I'm going to say it without looking at my notes, specific, measurable, SMA, I looked at my notes, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So these are goals. We want to talk about goals because it's a new year. People are making up goals for themselves. And, how can we just talk about some of the goals that we have for 2022 and how we plan on accomplishing them, and just kind of what we've seen work about goals and what we haven't seen work with goals. We've set goals since we've met each other, honestly.
Every single year.
Yeah, and just a little bit about that. I kind of wanted to start with this quote that I heard. It's from the book Atomic. I think it's called Atomic. I have to look it up. It's Atomic Habits.
Atomic Habits.
And it's a really good book. You can buy it on Amazon. It's like $15. And the quote is, goals are about the results you want to achieve. Systems are about the processes that lead to those results.
I like that.
And that was in the first 30 pages of that book.
That is good. That is an excellent quote.
So it's a pretty good book. But I also, talking about goals. So SK, what do you have to say about this SMART goal setting idea? Let's kind of break it down.
I think it's great, because you have to be specific. You have to have a specific goal.
And why is that important?
Because if it's too open, then it can't be measured.
Nice. Good answer.
Which is the second part of the SMART goals. It needs to be measurable.
Measurable. Because if it's
In
not
units.
measurable, if it's not measurable, like if it's like, oh, I just want to lose weight. Well, what does that really mean? How much weight do you want to lose? And kind of breaking it down. Well,
when do you want to lose it by?
Right. So measurable is
it gives you a guide.
Okay, SMART. So M, now we're on to the A, attainable.
You don't want to set your goals too high, because if they're not attainable, then you'll probably feel a little bit defeated right from the start.
And I also had on here that I wanted to talk about, or what I was thinking I wanted to talk about, is like what happens when you realize your goals aren't attainable, and what happens when you're halfway through the year and you're like you're not even halfway to your goal. What are you supposed to do at that point?
I think you need to adjust,
which kind of goes to the next attainable, kind of goes to the next letter R at relevant, because sometimes like life happens, things happen where the goals that we set at the beginning of the year maybe aren't as relevant as they are halfway through the year. So
and things do change.
Things change and goals change.
Your goals change.
Yeah. So when we first met, I don't think we ever had a goal of owning a acreage. That was something that changed. I also think that people like that have like, our 5-year plan, or like this is what we want to do in 5 years, or even like 2 years or 3 years. I feel like that's too far.
It is.
I feel like it's too far to be realistic, and that's a part of this.
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree. Like, even if you set your goals at the beginning of 2022, it's not like, oh, you set your goal in 2022 in January and then you look at it again in December and see where you're at. I mean, I think the most important thing about setting goals is breaking them down and obviously into action plans, but also even further, breaking it down to a month. What are you going to accomplish that month? And then you have to break it down again that week.
And I feel like
at the beginning of the week, what 3 goals do you have and how are they going to help you accomplish your big goal?
And I feel like we even have talked about this. Like, we have a goal to talk about our goals more, because I feel like in the past we've always, and you and I have talked about this, like we've always set a goal and then we just go the whole year without really talking about the goal. Maybe sometimes it's brought up, but now this year we really wanted to make our goals and, like you said, go through them once a month and say, what are we doing to attain our big goals that we have for the year, and what little goals can we set throughout the month, like you said,
each week,
that lead us to
the big goal.
Exactly, breaking it down.
What actions can we take every week to bring us to the big goal?
And the last letter of the SMART goals is T, time bound, which kind of goes back to measurable, but having a time limit on your goals will help you achieve them faster. Like if you want to lose 10 pounds, that's just like the easiest thing, because everyone always wants to lose weight. Honestly, like I challenge you, not that I'm like against this or whatever, but I challenge you, if you're watching this and you're thinking about your goals, make your goals that have to do with your health and your fitness, but then also make goals that don't have to do with that. Like, I think this year we sat down and we wrote out our goals, and we said we wanted to have spiritual goals, we wanted to have relationship goals, we wanted to have real estate goals, financial goals, and we kind of separated our goals. I think it's good to have more than like 3 or 5 goals.
We have several.
I mean, we have 3 or 5 goals in each one of those subcategories, and goals aren't just for people that are business minded or, you know, want to become successful. Goals are for people that don't, you know, that are not 1099, are not commission based business people. Goals are for every single person. If you want to redo your kitchen this year, well, how can you turn that into a goal?
Yeah.
So
break it down into small action plans.
Yeah. And honestly, us doing this, like going live and doing our Talk About It Tuesday, was one of our goals. We wanted to bring back Talk About It Tuesday and, you know, kind of not have it be so much about real estate, although real estate is a large part of what we do. And it kind of always ties back into our life, no matter how, if we are not even trying to have it tie back into our life. But it always ties back into everything that we do, I should say. But you know, we are doing a lot of other things. You know, we've purchased our acreage. We're buying and selling more properties as far as our own properties, and having other personal things that we want to get done as well.
Boarding horses. Yeah.
Boarding horses. So one of the goals that I had this year was to bring Talk About It Tuesday back.
I agree. One of my goals this year was to read 12 books in a year. And so it had... it was time bound. I could break it down. It was measurable. 1 book a month.
And what are you gonna do, like when you get to like month 4? If, now that I'm saying that, I know you are going to do it, but I'm saying, like, what if you get to month 4 and you're like, oh my god, I am down 2 books?
Oh, then I need to start reading a book every 2 weeks until I catch back up.
And that's like readjusting your goals, like looking at them, how, you know, readjusting.
I think I'm gonna have the opposite problem. It's only the 4th day of the year and I'm already halfway through a book. So I'm about to read 2 books this month.
Babe, you're so amazing.
I might change my goal and up it up to 24 books in 1 year.
You should. That should be your goal. Which that's a pretty good point. Like, what if your goals stay the same? Like, what if people who had like I want to be on top of my laundry.
Oh, that's a great goal.
That's a good goal, but what if it's your goal every year? And it never changes. Like, what should people do differently? Why?
Because it doesn't have a time. It's not time bound.
And it's not. Well, it is kind of specific. I don't know how else you could get more specific.
It's kind of measurable.
But like, how could you break it down?
Do 1 load of laundry every single day.
Okay, anyone that does that has a serious problem with buying clothes and should stop buying clothes and give some away if they have to do a load of laundry every day, unless they have like 10 kids.
Yeah, they might.
So maybe you break it down to like 1 load of laundry every
2
couple
days.
days. Speaking of that, I really need to do a load of laundry
And it really depends on how many outfits you wear that day. I know I wear 1 outfit every day.
Sean,
Some
you wear,
people
Sean,
wear
you wear
several.
the same outfit every day.
Yeah, sometimes I don't change for an
You
entire
literally
week.
no, you don't.
There's
You're
some
the worst.
people-
You're the worst example
There's
of
some
this.
people that change 3 or 4 times a day.
Who?
Some people.
Kim Kardashian?
Maybe you.
She
Maybe
doesn't.
you wear several sets of clothes every
I
day.
do not. I wake up, I wear my pajamas, and I put my outfit on, and by the end of the day, it's got horse shit on it, and yeah, it does probably. I'm kind of one of the people that like I change. This is off topic, but I change, and I like to just throw my clothes in the washer. I'm not the type of person that like splits it up. To me, that just seems like a waste of time.
Yeah.
You hate that. You hate that I do that.
Well, you would really have to really break that goal down into actionable steps, because you said that every time you change, you put in your clothes into the laundry machine, but actually I find them on the bedroom floor quite often. So that'd be a good
Babe,
step.
you just blew me up.
That'd be a good action.
Oh! Babe,
An
you
action
really just,
step
you really just
to
came for
achieve
me.
that goal.
You really just came for me there.
Like maybe that could be one of your actions for that goal. Every day I take off my clothes, I'm going to walk them over to the laundry machine.
Yeah. Honestly, I hate laundry. That is not one of my goals. I can't even.
It's the least of my goals as well.
It's like. But maybe it's someone's goal. And maybe, honestly, maybe it should be my goal, but it's not my goal. Another one of my goals, I wanted to talk about 2 of the goals that I have. One of them was to bring Talk About Tuesday back because I just love it. It's fun. It keeps us connected, and it's cool. Like, and I feel like it's like it like we can talk. You know, we can. I don't know.
Could we even start bringing people on?
We're gonna start bringing people on. Yeah, actually, our first guest of 2022 is going to be Ahmad Ingram. Do you know who that is? You don't know who that is.
No, but I saw he was looking for mobile homes.
Ahmad Ingram, my entire life went to school with Ahmad, and it's kind of funny. It's just like weird how people grow up and they get into different things, and sometimes those things are the same things that you never would have thought of. So yes, we'll definitely be bringing people on. But another goal that we have besides, if you hate laundry, the goal is to make enough money that someone else does your laundry.
Period.
Sadie Bowen Camp. Yes.
Period.
Round of applause. You know what? Honestly, that should be a goal.
We have talked about that.
We have talked about that. We have also discussed like companies that like come and pick up your clothes and do them, but that's just
and then
seems
drop them
ridiculous.
off and then folded already.
It just seems ridiculous.
That'd be great.
It just seems silly. But anyways, the other goal besides whatever this laundry rant that we got on, and now we can't see if people are doing that. Hey, Miranda. I think I see Miranda and Alex on. Okay, second goal is, this is my pretty big goal. Like, this for me, like, I have repeated this in my head every day since we made this goal. And it's buy 6, sell 60. So for us, that means that we want to personally buy 6 not apartment buildings, but
properties. They could be
6 properties. They could be. That'd
be nice. A live-in nanny.
That would be nice. A live-in nanny just for our clothes.
And someone to take care of our dogs. A dog nanny.
We can take care of our dogs.
Well, when we're out at work.
Okay. But buy 6, sell 60. Do you want to touch on that?
Yeah, so we have a goal to buy 6 investment properties this year. It could be homes, it could be apartments, it could be mobile homes, or maybe a mobile home park. It doesn't really matter what it is as long as it fits the investment criteria. I've actually been meeting with my friend Mike for several months, and we've been talking about buying an apartment building together, maybe bringing in a couple other investors with us, and that's definitely one of my goals, to buy 6 and have at least one of them be a partnership.
And I think like too, like you brought up meeting with Mike, like 2 years ago, one of your goals was to meet with someone weekly and talk about real estate investing, no matter who it was. And maybe you didn't do that year, maybe you started to and you kind of lost touch with it, but now you're doing it. Now you're really doing it.
Now me and Mike, we meet very religiously, weekly.
Yeah. And
But last year, it was part of my goal. I was just meeting with other investors a lot. Once a week I would try to get at lunch with one investor, talk to them about their investment strategy, see what I could learn. And me and Mike just really seem to get along very well and have similar goals. We both would like to be full-time investors at some point. And obviously we'll always help people buy and sell real estate as well, but it would be nice to have the choice whether or not to actually work or just sit back and buy property every single day.
And that was one of your goals, and you've done it.
Yeah, we've bought some property.
But I want to like say this too, like it's good to have goals that you don't think that you can achieve. I think
Those are called stretch goals.
Stretch goals.
Where they're not too high that they're not attainable, but they're a little bit higher than what you think might be reasonable.
And like I think that the part like why that's important is because even if you have this stretch goal that is super high and somewhat unattainable, although going back to what we said, we wanted your short-term goals to be attainable. But if long-term goals are kind of unattainable, but let's say
stretch goals.
Okay, let's
like
say
for
we
example,
have a goal.
if I have a goal to sell 60 homes this year and I fall short at 55, I'm gonna be happier than shit. I'm gonna be the happiest guy in the world.
Because you came really close to accomplishing a stretch goal.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also too, like goals don't have to just be about financial.
No.
And they
it
don't
could
just
be
have
about
to be
reading
about
a
health.
book.
Like one of our goals that we had together was that we wanted to spend more time together phoneless.
Yeah. On
It's
those
really,
days I really
really
have to toss out
hard.
my phone.
It's really, really hard for Sean and I to sit down to dinner or lunch or breakfast or anything and not have our phones and not be looking at our phones.
Yeah. I've had to go to the Verizon store several different occasions just to get a new phone.
What does that have to do with anything?
We just threw the phone out the window. I've always wanted to do that.
You have literally never done that.
I know. I've always wanted to though. That should be a goal. That should be a goal.
What?
To one day just throw my phone out the window.
That would be
Because I don't need it that day.
so dumb.
I just don't need it.
Yeah, but then like the pain in the ass part about that is like, yeah, it seems like cool, but then tomorrow you have to go wait in the Verizon store for like 4 freaking hours, and no one's very helpful, and you have to then you've lost all your contacts.
I've always wanted to be in a position where I just, you know what, I don't need this today.
Well, make sure you back it up before you do that, because I know your ass hasn't backed up your phone since you got it last.
iCloud, baby.
No, that is not how that works.
iCloud.
I don't think that's how that works.
But on a serious note, one thing that I did kind of realize towards the end of the year, beginning of this year, is that I have set goals in the past. Sometimes I did fall short on my goals. And what I realized, what I think I might need, and what a lot of people need, is accountability. Someone to regularly meet with them, to check up on them and ask them how they are doing, what they are doing to achieve their goals that week or that day or that month.
And we also found out on that note that person should not be your spouse.
Even if you're in business together, like me and Renata, we sell real estate together, we own property together, we do everything together. I don't think that I would want my wife to be asking me what I'm doing every day to achieve my goals.
Well, because at some point it just is. It's a little
draining. Businessy.
It's a little.
It's too businessy.
It kind of feels. What's the word that I'm looking for? Like nagging, but it kind of feels like if one time like you fell short of your goals, like, or that week like you didn't make as many phone calls as you wanted to or whatever, like it kind of makes you feel like you're like, I'm making you feel bad. I'm making you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah, and you don't need to be the person that's making me feel bad.
I don't want to make you feel bad.
My coach should.
Honestly, it doesn't need to be your coach. It could be your friends.
Or it could be, it could be my friends.
No, I know.
My friends don't really hold me accountable for my goals, so
no, but
I need
an
actual coach.
But that's why like we're on here today, and if you're still watching, if you started this video and you're still watching it today, hold your friends accountable. Hold us accountable. I am making you guys are holding me accountable. Whoever I see watch this video after we log off, they are holding me accountable to do next week's Talk About It Tuesday.
Sure.
In my head, like that's how I'm gonna think about it.
That's good for that goal.
Because yes, it's again.
But it won't work for every goal.
No.
Because if you see someone at the bar or at the restaurant, they're like, "Hey, how's your 60 houses going? What did you do?" You know, like, "Oh, it's going great." You know, but you don't really have that relationship, that consistency, that weekly meeting that you're talking with someone and talking about your plans and what you're going to do, what you did.
It is good to ask your friends, like, if you're this kind of person, because I know I'm this kind of person. If, like, your friends told you that you wanted to do something, to check up on them.
It's nice. It's very kind.
Like, oh, did you start your garden? How's your garden going?
That's very caring.
It is. So
that's very caring. That's a good friend.
Check up on your friends.
It's a nice quality of a friend.
Yeah, quality.
But not necessarily of a coach. You know, your coach is going to be a little bit different than like, "Oh, hey, I saw, you said you wanted to do a garden. How's it going?" And
coaches,
are you doing carrots?
Coaches are not for everybody. Like, anyone that makes goals doesn't need a coach. But some people, like Sean, he wants a coach, so he's going to have
sometimes when you realize that you have reached your ceiling of what you can do by yourself, if you want to break through that ceiling, sometimes you need to do something different.
Rudy, come here. And stop your crying. Come here.
And I think that's what coaches are for.
Rudy, come on. Come on to Talk About It Tuesday. Rudy! Oh! Whoa!
Rudy's goal...
All right, Rudy, get the heck down.
Rudy's goal is to catch more rabbits this year. She's caught a couple last year. I think she's got a goal of 4 this year.
All right, well, on that note, it was really nice to be on Talk About It Tuesday. All right, get down.
It's great to be back.
It's good to be back. It's good to be talking about our goals, and, we want to know what your goals are. So,
type in the goals.
Type in the goals.
And
type in your goals.
We'll be sure to be nice, quality friends. Next time we see you, we'll ask you about how your goals are going. Or if you wanted to go a little deeper, wanted to start meeting with us, and we had common similar goals, maybe we could start a little, like a coffee or something, coffee weekly.
And let's tie it right on back to real estate. SKM Run Your Real Estate Friends. If one of your goals this year is to become a homeowner, or you know someone that wants to buy investment property this year, their first property, make sure that you think of us, please. We'll take care of them and teach them everything that we know about buying investment properties and buying your first home, buying your second home. If buying a home this year or selling a home this year is one of your goals, make sure that you keep us in mind. We really appreciate it, and we always do what we say we're going to do, sometimes more, but never less.
Never less.
So we will see you next Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Thanks for tuning in.
See you next Tuesday.